Good evening, football fans. Thanks for joining us here on Texan Live. Live from Texan Drive Stadium in Porter, Texas. I'm Patine Delgadillo. We've got the Carthage Bulldogs squaring off tonight against the North Forest Bulldogs. Looks to be a game time temperature of around 61 degrees as a cold front blowing through the Houston area tonight. Winds blowing out of the north-northwest. Attitude of about 10 miles an hour. 58% humidity. The rain has cleared out. Should be perfect football weather as these temperatures continue to fall into the 50s throughout the night, keeping these players cool. Well, we've got a second round playoff game here on our hands this evening, as the winner of this game is going to face either El Campo or Henderson in the Class 4A Division I Region 3 semifinal. The story tonight here as North Forest takes on Carthage is Carthage's running attack against this defensive front of North Forest. You know, Carthage awfully potent on the ground as they're led by the junior running back Keontae Ingram. The young man has rushed for 189 carries, 1,384 yards on the season, 20 touchdowns. Added to that through the air with 30 receptions for 335 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's going to be countered by North Forest quarterback, the dual threat quarterback, Rashawn Jones, the junior, 5'9", 160 pounds, has 1,850 yards through the air with 26 touchdowns and 5 interceptions on the season. He's also led the team with 136 carries and 1,355 yards on the ground with 16 touchdowns. As North Forest is able to work their way out to a record of 8-3, squaring off against this Carthage team that's 8-2 on the season. Captain's just about to meet in the middle. The key for Carthage tonight's going to be stopping Jones. Carthage, been here before. They've won 4 state championships since 2008. The key to the game for them is staying out of third and long situations. They had 8 of those against Silsbee last week in their previous contest. You know, Carthage has really stepped up in terms of their defensive standpoint. Their last 6 games have been decided by 16 points or less, and even 10 or less in 4 of them. Last week, squaring off in the first round against Silsbee, they came out early and fast, led by Ingram. Was able to build up a 22-8 halftime lead, only to give it away in the third quarter. The story of that game was facing a 3-point deficit. You know, they stopped Silsbee 4 times inside the 10 to take possession with 2 minutes on the clock, roughly speaking. No timeouts. They were able to drive the field with Kason Davis, their quarterback, hitting to Waylon Ingram for a 24-yard touchdown with 14 seconds left to seal the win. Coach Surratt has led his team to build a lot of character in them and has put a lot of fight to the finish in this team here this evening. For North Forest, it wasn't so easy in the early goings as they came out losing 3 straight to open the season. They were giving up an average of 37 points per game in those first 3 games. Defensively, they tighten it up, as they're now riding an 8-game win streak, where in that streak they're averaging only 6.5 points against. Looks like these teams are lined up on the sidelines, and we're ready for the national anthem.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen,
stay with us here.
And provide your undivided attention as student band chaplain Drew Jackson from Carthage High School says the prayer for tonight's game.
Please bow your heads. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day and for this opportunity to come out here and play tonight. Please help both teams here to play the best of their ability and to remain safe. In your name I pray. Amen.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please face the flag for the playing of our national anthem, performed by the Carthage High School Battling Bulldog Band. Tonight's officials are from the Texas Association.
Well, it's time, as they say, to play ball. Thanks again, once again, joining us here on Texan Live. Carthage Bulldogs taking on the North Forest Bulldogs. As the captains are going to make their way to the middle. The captains tonight for the Carthage Bulldogs are going to be Cason Davis. To his right will be Trey Gatlin. To his left will be Greg Hurst. And to his far left will be Tanner Elliott.
Bulldogs are coached by Mike Farrell.
Captains
for the Carthage Bulldogs.
For the North Forest Bulldogs tonight are going to be Rashawn Jones, number 13. Going left to right here, Antonio Davis, along with Jaron Jones and Montel Perkins. Captains set to meet in the middle here. Two very well-balanced offenses going to be squaring off here tonight. The key is who is going to be able to stop the ground game. Last week, North Forest allowed 411 yards of total offense against West Columbia in their victory, but 306 of those were on the ground. North Forest has won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. Looks like Carthage has elected to go ahead and defend the northernmost end zone. This ball game is ready and set to get underway. This actually plays well into Carthage's hands. They like to come out strong. They like to come out fast and get on the board early. As once again, they were able to build up a 22-8 early lead last week against Silsbee in their first round victory. I'll try to keep you informed as to, well, if it'll be El Campo or Henderson. We'll keep up with some scores throughout the game. So on the kick will be South Fuentes for the Carthage Bulldogs. For the North Forest Bulldogs. Back deep for Carthage is going to be Makai Colbert.
Makai Colbert. Kicking for the North Forest Bulldogs, number 82, Salvador Fuentes.
As you can tell from the ambient mic we have outside picking up all the crowd noise, there is a bit of a wind gust tonight as these winds are blowing out of the north-northwest for 10 miles an hour. So the rest of this cold front drops in. And so the North Forest Bulldogs will be kicking into the wind here. And there's the kick. Fuentes kicks it down inside the 20. Nice return here. Taken out to the 35-yard line. On the return is Kevontae Dixon. For the Carthage Bulldogs, 1st and 10. Bulldogs are going to start this drive at the 37-yard line to get this second-round playoff game underway. Here comes senior quarterback Cason Davis leading the way. Link to his right. Junior Keontae. Cason Davis, shotgun formation. Davis fakes the handoff. Decides to keep this one. Takes it right up the gut. Able to get about a yard past the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down.
Number 4, Caleb Bledsoe. Short gainer play, 2nd down and 9. From the 38-yard line.
Cason Davis under center. Big front set. 2 wideouts each side. Hands this ball off to Keontae Ingram. Ingram able to work his way out for a gain of 7 on the play. Ingram averaging nearly 7.5 yards per carry on the year.
Third down and 2.
Ingram, the young back for Carthage, was injured last year as a sophomore. Brought along slowly this season. Has been held to just around 20 carries or less per game. But we might see Coach Surratt take off the padding tonight and let him do his thing, as this young man is able to take this one right up the gut on the play on third down. Takes this across midfield to the 48-yard line. Moves the chains. Sets up 1st and 10 for Carthage. Ingram's gone for at least 100 yards and a touchdown in 9 of his team's games on this season. Shotgun formation. Keon Davis. Quick little step back. Can't find a man open. Scrambles to his right, and he's just going to throw this one away.
Quarterback Casey Davis
over his sideline.
Cannot find anyone. Throws the ball away. 2nd down and 10 from the 48-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 10. 10 minutes, 7 seconds on the clock. No score in the ball game. Flag down on the field. And it looks like that's going to go against Carthage. So the penalty being an ineligible receiver going against the offense, going against Carthage. Penalty is declined. It'll remain 2nd and 10. Davis under center. Talks to his backfield. Keontae Ingram, the lead back. Looks like Brewster Griffith playing fullback here.
An errant snap followed on by the quarterback, Casey Davis.
A little bit of a hurried snap there.
Short loss on the play brings up 3rd down.
So there's that North Forest front defense going to work on this offensive line early. When you can get pressure right off of that nose, it really changes that center snap routine. And you start getting some of these fumbles in transition. Davis able to recover it. Brings up 3rd and 11. Davis from the shotgun formation trips wide out to the right. Ingram in the backfield alone with him. Quick drop. Rolling out to his right is Davis. He's got a man open on the sidelines. Pass completed off the right side. On the reception is Chris Attaway. And that moves the chains for Carthage. So Carthage able to work their way into North Forest territory as they work their way down to the 38-yard line. 9 minutes, 17 seconds on the clock as Attaway was able to get out of bounds and stop it. Davis under center. Double wideouts to his left. Has that tight end in there to block. Alleviate some of that pressure. Pass completed off the left side.
Pass completed to number 3, D. Bowens.
Gain of about 3 on the play to D. Bowens. So Bowens brings up 2nd and 7. Looks like Carthage is going to go with the 21 set. 2 wideouts to the right. Ingram the lone back. Davis under center. Single wide out to the left. It looks like Carthage is shading over off that right side. So on the quick screen, as Davis recognizes that and completes the pass to Makai Colbert. Colbert able to work his way down to the 27-yard line and move the chains for Carthage.
And it's good for a Bulldog 1st down.
So here we go. Carthage on the move here early. 8 minutes approaching on the clock. And the clock is ticking. 2 wideouts to the left. It's going to be DeWaylen Ingram and D. Bowens as the plays whistle dead. Ball start offense. That'll back Carthage up, bring up 1st and 15.
Bulldogs are looking at first down and 15 from the North Forest 32-yard line.
So Davis able to hand this one off to Ingram. Ingram bowls his way out for a gain of what looks to be 9 on the play.
Ingram on the tackle, number 12, Garrett Graham.
Garrett Graham on the stop defensively for North Forest.
Second down and 8.
So Garrett Graham, 63 tackles on the season, 3 for a loss, 3 interceptions. This North Forest team does like to create havoc. Cause a lot of turnovers. They've got 27 on the year as this pass is completed off the right side.
Pass to number 8.
To Josh Gradberg.
Pick it up by number 12, Garrett Graham.
And that moves the chains as Carthage works their way deep into the red zone. First and 10 from the 13-yard line.
Operated in Cape for 40 years as a loud and proud supporter of Duquesne ISD Athletics.
Man in motion. Davis looks the handoff here to Makai Colbert.
Number 5, Makai Colbert. On the tackle.
Colbert looks to have gained 7 on the play. Second down near the 6. Working from the right hash mark. Kason Davis comes to the line. Keontae Ingram, the lone back. Ingram's going to take this ball, works his way down inside the 5, near the goal line, waiting for the whistle. And the play will be whistled dead. Short, with about 6 inches to go here for Carthage to be able to punch this one in. Ingram might have been a little bit too vertical there as he approaches that goal line. North Forest able to get that big front there to stop him. Here comes Davis, handing it off to Ingram. Ingram punches this in. Touchdown, Carthage. 6 minutes, 1 second on the clock. And it's Keontae Ingram. Extra point attempt through the uprights and go. Marks our score 7-0. 6 minutes and 1 second remain here in the first quarter. Carthage Bulldogs on top with an early lead. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around here watching it all here on Texan Live.
This game is being broadcast.
Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here on Texan Live once again. I'm Petit Delgadillo.
Continued support of Duquesne ISD Athletics for 2016-17.
On the kick. This kickoff is Brandon Medrano for Carthage. Looks like it's Murphy George. And maybe DeMont Demas back to return this for the North Forest Bulldogs.
That kick received for North Forest, number 11, Antonio Davis.
So it's Antonio Davis. Not DeMont Demas. This ball is caught at the 15-yard line and taken out to the 20.
Medrano's kick returned by number 9.
On the return is to Jarek Anderson for the North Forest Bulldogs.
The North Forest Bulldogs.
And here comes the North Forest offense for the first time this evening. So Rashawn Jones, the dual threat quarterback, here 1,900 yards on the ground for any year. And kid on first down. He's going to hand this off to Antonio Davis. He's able to work his way up the middle for a 1-yard gain. Might have been Greg Hurst finishing off the play for the Carthage Bulldogs. 2nd and 9, 5 minutes, 30 seconds on the moving clock here in the first quarter. Carthage sniffs out that fake. Getting it done in the backfield. Ontario Grant Griffin.
Third down at 13 for the North Forest Bulldogs.
Rashawn Jones going to lose about 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and long. 3rd and nearing 13. So Jones, and once they air this out, had a man open off the right side to Jarek Anderson was the intended receiver. It's going to fall incomplete. And North Forest is just going to have to punt this one away. Damon Demas back to punt for North Forest. Demas with the low punt. Got him on a rope. That one hits. Got Colbert able to work his way down the left side. Colbert on his feet. Colbert wants his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Carthage Bulldogs. Makai Colbert able to take this one all the way to the house. Following some excellent blocking by that special teams unit. So Colbert working his way simply down that left side. Just kind of slashes his way backwards. Makes one cut. End zone. Touchdown. Carthage blowing this one open early. Extra point attempt is good. 4 minutes, 32 seconds remains in the first quarter. Stick around. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back. This is Texan Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here on Texan Live. Out here in Porter, Texas tonight, Texan Drive Stadium. Bulldogs lead this. Well, I shouldn't say the Bulldogs, as both of these teams' mascots are the Bulldogs. The Carthage Bulldogs make the 3-hour drive worth it here in the early goings as they jump out to a 14-point lead over the North Forest Bulldogs. Once again, back for North Forest is Antonio Davis. On to kick this is Brandon Medrano for Carthage. That northwest wind wreaking a little havoc on the ball as it falls to the turf. Medrano resets. Here's the kick. Back to Antonio Davis. Davis recovers this ball at the 10. Kind of slowly working his way out. So around the 13. Takes off down the right side. And is forced out of bounds near the 20. So a 10-yard return here for Antonio Davis and North Forest. Would like to see a little bit of blocking on this series so that they can start opening these holes for Rashawn Jones to go to work. Once again, I apologize for the wind noise as we do have an ambient mic outside catching every one of these ripples. We'll try to reposition it. So on 1st and 10, this ball is handed off to Damon Wiggins, and Wiggins works his way off the right edge. Gain of 1 on the play. North Forest having an incredibly difficult time facing off against this Carthage defense, who's really played well here in the early part of this game. Here comes the blitz. Under pressure. Pass intended for DeMont Demas. Ball's incomplete.
21, Wiggins. Sails over his head, incomplete. Third down.
Brings up 3rd and 9. Shotgun formation. Rashawn Jones on the keeper. Looks like a little read option. Had nowhere to go. And it's none other than Makai Colbert getting it done defensively. Correction. 5s look like it's 6. Jace Dixon, the senior, able to make that stop.
Fighting for number 4, DeMont. Makai Colbert back to the field.
Rashawn Jones couldn't get that ball moving here on that series as this plays whistled dead. A little bit of movement before the snap there for North Forest, so they'll back up further towards the goal line. It'll be 4th and 15 from the 15-yard line. North Forest is going to take their first time out here. As head coach Mike Farrell wants to talk to his team and get them settled in. We're going to take a quick break. Stick around here on Texan Live. Welcome back. Texan Live, thanks for joining us. It's 4th and 15 for the North Forest Bulldogs as DeMont Demas is back to punt. Makai Colbert gets his second chance at return one here this evening. DeMont Demas kicking into the wind. This one's going to be short. It's a shallow kick. Colbert able to pick this thing up around the 37. Not much of a return on that one.
51, Higgins.
Jason Davis and Keontae Ingram start working their way back to the field here. Have another opportunity. There's 7 games tomorrow to wrap up second round coverage on Texan Live. And afternoon doubleheader in NRG. Beginning at noon with Pearland and Atascocita meeting. Then Kingwood and Clearbrook cap it off at Tully. Cinco Ranch faces Langham Creek, and at TDECU Stadium, Manville's facing New Caney. That and more at Texan Live. Colbert, pass complete, a little screen off the left side by Kason Davis. Able to work his way out for a gain of 2 on the play, brings up 2nd and 8. So Davis and this Carthage offense knows what they're up against with this big North Forest front. Choosing to work this screen here early. And on 2nd down, it's Davis under center. Damon Wiggins and Antonio Davis in the backfield. Hands off to Davis. Antonio Davis works his way out for a gain of 6 on the play.
Number 28, Keontae Ingram on the tackle. Number 22,
That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
3rd down and 2.
So on 3rd and 2. Here comes that 2-back set. Little pitch out here to Antonio Davis. Keontae Ingram, Keontae Ingram able to work his way down to the 9-yard line where he's forced out of bounds and sets up Carthage with 1st and goal. Minute 25 left here in the first quarter, and Carthage is once again knocking on the door. Carthage had that 22-8 lead last week, going into the first at the end of the first half. And on the carry here is Brewster Griffith, the sophomore fullback, punches this in for a 9-yard touchdown run. And 6 points for Carthage. As I was saying, Carthage had a 22-8 lead against Silsbee last week. They let them back in the game, but they fought to the finish. Drove the field, went just about 93 yards. Scored a winning touchdown with 14 seconds left. As this extra point is good, 1:19 to go here in the first quarter. Carthage Bulldogs on top, 21-0. Stick around. Thanks for joining us on Texan Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us here on Texan Live.
It's trailing Brick City 7-0. El Campo and Henderson are tied at 8. And
so there you have it. Hearing it in the background, Henderson and El Campo tied at 8 here in the early goings. The winner of that game will take on the winner of this game.
Davis, number 21, Damon Wiggins, kicking Brandon Madrano.
Brandon Madrano on the kick once again. And this kick's going to sail off into the end zone and through the back of the end zone. Touchback.
Madrano's kick sails into the end zone.
This Carthage team might have had a 3-hour drive to come into town here tonight, but you wouldn't know it, as they've been full of energy from the opening ticks. Dominating here in the early goings. North Forest looking to get some signs of life in the offense as Rashawn Jones comes out under center. 2-back set. Looks like that might be Thomas Kilby and Antonio Davis. It is. Antonio Davis taking the handoff, works his way up the right side past the hash, makes a cut back towards the middle, and he's able to pick up 5 on the play. Brings up second down.
Gates. A gain of 4 brings up second down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
So on the first 2 series, North Forest was able only to gain a yard on their first carries. A little bit different tune here, as they might have found a matchup up the middle that they like, as Davis is able to work his way off the right side hash mark and gain 3 on the play. Brings up third down, 2.
Number 27, Jose Deschurian. Third down and 2.
Under center is Rashawn Jones. He's going to hand this off to Antonio Davis. Davis, met by a lot of pressure at the line of scrimmage, going to be dropped for a loss. Looks like that's Chase Dixon, the senior linebacker, leading the way for Carthage. Brings up 4th and 5. Timeout taken by Carthage. Timeouts are always a great time. Take a break for us. Stick around. Once again, Texan Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us, Texan Live. Carthage Bulldogs on top, 21-0. For the Houston ISD North Forest Bulldogs. Coach Surratt sure has been here before, as he's led this team to 4 state championships the last 8 years. Looking for his 5th this season. On first down, Rashawn Jones under center. Shotgun formation. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it tonight, folks. On 4th and 5. Demas with the punt. Not much distance on that, as it marks itself up for that 10-mile-an-hour wind at the 48-yard line. Carthage is going to get the opportunity to get back on the field here to start the second quarter. That's the end of the first quarter. Stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Texan Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us, Texan Live. 21-0. 21-0. Carthage Bulldogs on top of the North Forest Bulldogs. On first down, that's senior Cason Davis dropping back, wants a man deep. Pass is picked off. North Forest down at the 3-yard line. Looked like that might have been Evan Tyson on the interception. Davis thought he saw a good matchup and absolutely wanted this to make a statement here in the second quarter. Looks like a penalty at the end of the play. Personal foul is the penalty on the field. It's after the play, so it'll remain North Forest ball. Should back them up about 1.5 yards as it'll be a half a distance to the goal. Penalty. It'll be 1st and 10. From in between the 1 and the 2. It's a dangerous situation here for North Forest. The Carthage front has been able to get all sorts of pressure. I look for Surratt. Maybe overload the box here. There they come. Dropping back deep is Jones. Jones can't find a man open. He's trying to scramble out of the end zone, able to get out of his end zone and work his way out to the 5-yard line. Where's Jace Dixon? Forcing him out of bounds.
On the tackle, check that, number 13, Rashawn Jones on the carry. On the tackle, number 25, Mikhail Cates.
Brings up 2nd down, 2nd and 5. Jones in the shotgun formation. Jones with a quick release on this one. Pass is tipped and broken up on the far side of the field, intended for Damon Demas. Looks like Makai Colbert having a fantastic game here in the early goings. With the excellent one-on-one coverage, he was in great position. So he's able to get his body around and cover up Damon Jones. Damon Demas, who stands 6'3", 190. Over the typical size. It's Damon Wiggins.
Number 31, Damon Wiggins on the tackle. Number 25, Michael Gates.
And Wiggins able to work his way out for a gain of what looks to be 2, maybe 3. Brings up 4th and 3. And on the punt once again is Damon Demas. Makai Colbert back deep for the Carthage Bulldogs. Colbert already able to return one for a touchdown here this evening. And Demas on a little trick play on a keeper. Tried to move the chains off the left side, but nowhere to go as that trick play was picked up by this Carthage special teams unit. Looked to be Grant Griffin. Oh, correction. That looks like a 20. It's actually a 25, so that's Mikhail Gates on the stop for Carthage. And we're going to have a timeout for an official measurement. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching it all. Stick around, Texan Live. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us, Texan Live. Your new home for high school sports. The measurement was short. That's going to be a turnover on downs and brings this Carthage offense on the field here. And on first down, it's Keontae Ingram, who works his way up the right side and gets taken out of bounds and forced out of bounds after a gain of 133.
Gain of 3 brings up second down and 7.
It's going to be 2nd and 7. As Davis gets under center. Keontae Ingram, along with Brewster Griffith in the backfield. 2 wideouts to the left. Wants a man in the corner of the end zone. Pass intended for D. Bowens. He just sells this one out of the far side of the end zone. And that's going to bring up third down. 10 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. Remains here in the first half. Carthage on top, 21-0. 2 timeouts left apiece in the half. This might be the time where North Forest falls back to how they opened the season with some blowout losses. Plays whistle dead. Flag down. It's going to be a false start offense. Oh, delay a game. That'll be a 5-yard penalty. Brings up third down once again. So it's 3rd and 13 for Carthage.
The delay of call places the ball at 14-yard, check at 13-yard line. 3rd down and 12.
Under Coach Surratt, Carthage is 36-5 in the playoffs, winning 4 state titles over the last 6 years. Looking for the 5th one this year. Timeout here taken by Carthage. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. 10 minutes, 33 seconds remaining here in the first half. Carthage Bulldogs on top of the North Forest Bulldogs, 21-0, and on third down, this is Cason Davis with a pass completed. Off the far side of the field. Josh Bradford, the senior wide receiver, able to pull this one in. Here goes Carthage. Sprint to the finish. On the kick for Carthage is Brandon Medrano. Lots of pressure here by North Forest. The extra point attempt block, no good. So 10 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Carthage on top, 27-0. Stick around, Texan Live. Welcome back here, Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. 10 minutes, 27 seconds remains here in the first half, and Carthage is just absolutely mauling the North Forest Bulldogs, 27-0. Brandon Medrano on the kick. Back deep is Antonio Davis.
Medrano kicking back deep to receive Davis and Wiggins.
So I stand corrected. Wiggins back deep with Davis as well. Damon Wiggins. A little bit of issues trying to get this ball set as it keeps falling off the tee. The winds are absolutely, as you can hear through the microphones, howling through here tonight. 10-mile-an-hour winds as the rest of this cold front makes its way through the Houston area. So they're going to have to bring someone in just to hold this ball.
kick returned by number 9, Derek Anderson.
A little squib, short kick. Can't get much in the air tonight if you're kicking to the north. So Elijah King able to return this to the 39, and that's where North Forest will take over. Looking to make something happen here. Plenty of time to work. 10 minutes, 22 seconds remains here in the half. Well, Coach Surratt said coming into the ball game, the key to the game is going to be to shut down Rashawn Jones, the junior quarterback. They've done a nice job of that tonight. On first down, it's Antonio Davis taking the handoff off the left side. Jace Dixon, the senior, on the stop for Carthage. Shotgun formation on second down. Quick screen. Wanted DeMond Demas, and the pass ball's incomplete off the left side. Rashawn Jones with that quick little screen out to the left side. DeMond Demas, he's a big target, but he's had a little bit of trouble tonight reeling anything in. So Rashawn Jones is going to go under center. Big Thomas Kilby in at fullback, blocking for Antonio Davis, who takes this ball up the right side and picks up 4 on the play.
On the tackle, 27, Jose.
Once again, it's 4th down. And North Forest is going to go to playing 4-down ball here. With a 27-point deficit, you're going to have to use every minute of this clock to try to climb back into this game. And it's going to have to start here on 4th and 6. 5 seconds on the play clock. They're going to have to take a timeout. So timeout taken by North Forest. 9 minutes, 7 seconds on the clock in the first half. Carthage on top 27-0, and you're watching it all here on Texan Live. Stick around. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back, Texan Live. Coming to you from Texan Drive Stadium out here in Porter, Texas, where the Carthage Bulldogs are leading the second round of this playoff game against the North Forest Bulldogs 27-0. Hasn't been much to talk about in terms of North Forest offense here early. But this Carthage defense has really been doing a great job all night, getting a lot of pressure up front. So we typically play a 4-3 base. They're getting it to this North Forest line. Now North Forest will punt on 4th and 6. DeMond Demas punting again to Mackay Colbert able to take this ball, work his way across the 40. He's got some room if he can break this tackle. Little spin at the end of as he crosses the 45, works his way to the 46. About a 16-yard return here from Mackay Colbert, who's had a lot of success in the return game here this evening.
Mackay Colbert on the tackle. Number 10, Evan Tyson. The Carthage Bulldogs will have it first down and 10 from their own 47-yard line.
So Carthage has 8 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock to work. One timeout apiece and a 27-point lead. Kason Davis might be inclined to take his time here, work the clock, work the time of possession battle. In motion is Gradberg. Kason Davis takes this for about a 5-step drop, rolls out to his right, has a man open on the right side, and a pass completed. Gains 12 on the play. On the reception is DeWaylen Ingram, the junior wide receiver.
On the tackle,
moves the chains.
27.
Puts the Carthage offense down near the 41-yard line in North Forest territory. So Rott choosing not to slow this one down any. And this play's going to be whistled dead as there was some movement up front. It looked like the defensive lineman came across. The referees are down there sorting it out. And that's the case. Looks like that was Kenny Flukers, the junior nose tackle, who came across, made contact with the center. So that'll go against North Forest, so it'll bring up 1st and 5 for Carthage. So on 1st and 5, handoff here to Keontae Ingram. Ingram absolutely stuffed at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
No gain, 2nd down and 5.
On 2nd down, Kason Davis dropping back, rolling out to the right, wanted Griffith. Just overthrew him as he had to throw off his back foot. Under pressure. Ball's incomplete, brings up 3rd down. Little quick screen here. Completed off the right side to Makai Colbert. Colbert able to work his way down to the 27.
Makai Colbert on the tackle. Number 20, Jaron Jones.
Jaron Jones forcing him out of bounds. Stops the clock with 7 minutes and 12 seconds in the 2nd quarter. Carthage once again just able to impose their will, moves the chains. 1st and 10 for Carthage. Davis calls for the ball, hands it off to Ingram. Ingram works his way towards the right hash mark and takes this out for a gain of 6 on the play.
Ingram once again. By number 8, Rufus Wade. A gain of 6 brings up 2nd down and 4.
So 2nd and 4. Davis looking over, wants to know. Hands this one off to Keontae Ingram. Ingram able to work his way down off the left side. Picks up what looks to be 4. There's the indication that that will move the chains. Brings up another 1st down for Carthage. Carthage just absolutely imposing their will, as they have done all season, on the ground. As I mentioned to you earlier, Keontae Ingram had a pretty good injury in his sophomore year, this being his junior season. Coach Surratt has pulled him back and generally kept him to about 20 carries a game. But going into the playoffs here, being in the 2nd round, he's taking the handcuffs off. And you can tell he's all set to let his lead back get maybe 30 carries. As on 1st down, this pass ball is incomplete. Davis looks at the sidelines, gets his play, trips wide out to the right. Single man on the left. Looks like a little read option play, and it is. It's Keontae Ingram. Might have picked up a yard on the play.
Davis on the option, pitches to number 28, Keontae Ingram. Taken out of bounds by number 20, Jaron Jones.
Mark Smith and Jaron Jones defensively for North Forest. Brings up 3rd and 9 here. 5 minutes, 58 seconds to go. The clock is stopped. Ball is on the 16-yard line. Carthage looking to blow the doors off of this. Trips wide once again. Shotgun formation is Kason Davis. Fakes the handoff. Can't find a man open. He's going to take this one himself. So he works his way down towards the 10. Then brought down by Caleb Bledsoe. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and 3.
Might actually be the first 4th down that Carthage has faced all night. As they've been able to move and gain 1st down after 1st down. Definitely staying out of that 3rd and long situation that they had so much trouble dealing with last weekend against Silsby. So on 4th down, Davis wanted to Waylon Ingram. Just sort of overshot him there. Try to thread the needle, put a little much on it. It's going to fall incomplete. That'll be a turnover on downs. North Forest going to come back on the field here with 5 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in the half, down by 27. Want to let everybody know there's 7 games tomorrow to wrap up the 2nd round of coverage on Texan Live. An afternoon doubleheader at NRG beginning at noon with Pearland and Atascocita meeting. Then Kingwood and Clearbrook cap it off. At Tully, Cinco Ranch faces Langham Creek, and at TDECU Stadium, Manville is going to face New Caney. That and more at Texan Live. On 1st down, it's Antonio Davis on the carry. Davis able to bowl his way up the middle for a gain of 3 on the play.
Mikhail Gates.
And that's Mikhail Gates leading the way for Carthage. Brings up 2nd down. 4:47 on the moving clock. Antonio Davis has a man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Rashawn Jones on the keeper.
Number 50.
Takes this right up the middle. Looks to have gained nearly 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd down. 1 timeout apiece. 4 minutes, 20 seconds in a moving clock. Carthage up by 27 in the 1st half. Handoff here on 3rd down to Antonio Davis. Davis doesn't really look like he has that much burst. He's got a big size to him, but doesn't look like he has that much speed. He's able to work his way to the 20 and moves the chains. Rashawn Jones has just absolutely been taken out of this ball game. On 1st down, he flips this one up to Damon Wiggins. And Wiggins is able to do something here on his feet. On the right side, takes this out for a gain of 11. Moves the chains. And for the first time tonight, North Forest is able to pick up the 1st down and then some and gain a little bit of momentum. As this offense might be looking to get back on track here. Rashawn Jones tries to take this keeper up the middle. Brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. Jace Dixon having a night at linebacker off the nose. And the ball gets loose here from Damon Wiggins. Recovered in the backfield. So that backs up North Forest near the 20. Brings up 3rd and long. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. And this is spiraling out of control for this North Forest Bulldogs offense. They've got to get some rhythm here. They're getting off schedule. They're not staying disciplined. Rashawn Jones comes out, looks at the sidelines. Got 4 seconds on the clock here. He's going to have to snap this one. He gets it off in time. He wants to air it out. Has a man open, and Demas actually not open as he's covered up by 2 defenders. Mason Graham able to break up that play. Assisted by Deep Owens. Brings up 4th down. North Forest is just going to have to punt this one away. So back deep is Mackay Colbert for the Carthage Bulldogs. Under pressure, Demas able to get this one off. His kicks always seem to hit that turf and give him the unfortunate bounce.
At the 47-yard line.
As this one goes from one side of the 50 to the other and rests in favor of Carthage at the 47-yard line. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the first half. Carthage leading this one 27-0. We've got a lot of contributions across the board. They've been able to have a couple rushing touchdowns, a punt returned, and a pass thrown completed. That's been the story. It's been very balanced. This is going to be a free play for Carthage. North Forest brought the house, but they got across the line too quick. That's definitely going to go against North Forest. Referee sorting it out on the far side of the field. So the referees might not working too well. So the ruling on the field is intentional grounding going against Carthage and offsides defense going against North Forest. Penalties offset, replay the down.
Okay, here we go.
I'm not really sure how that works, but hey, I'm not the expert. So spread formation. Once again, it's going to be whistle dead here on first down. It looked like on the far side of the field it was Mason Graham. No, correction. Caleb Bledsoe for North Forest jumping across with the play whistle dead. I mean, there's a potential here that this is going to go against Carthage. I don't see it. There it is, offsides defense. That'll go 5 yards up the field. Takes the ball to the 42-yard line. Remains first down. (27-0) in this game. First down. Davis under pressure. The pass falls to the turf. Incomplete.
Incomplete. Second down to 5.
So 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Carthage on top 27-0. In a related game, the winner of this one's going to take on the winner of El Campo or Henderson. And currently in the second quarter, Henderson's on top 22-15 over El Campo. Those guys are playing at Turner Stadium just down the road here. On second down, Davis has a man open, pass completed to Chris Hadaway. The ball comes out. There's that North Forest defense forcing the turnover again.
Recovered by number 2, Frederick Whitaker for the North Forest.
Whitaker on the recovery for North Forest. Gives them another shot here. 1:59 remaining in the first half. Gives them a chance to maybe knock on the door and find the end zone. Show some signs of life here. And before the break, before halftime. Shotgun formation. Handoff to Antonio Davis. And Antonio Davis just stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Handoff to number 11, Antonio Davis on the tackle, number 25.
Leading the way once again is Mikael Gates.
Second down and 10.
An absolute stud linebacker, apparently, the junior. Stands at 6 foot, weighs 225 pounds, plays like he's 250 pounds. He's been in on a number of stops here this evening. On 2nd and 10, handoff to Davis. Handoff to Griffith.
21, Demond Wiggins, who fumbles the ball.
Handoff to Wiggins. There we go. Demond Wiggins on the carry, number 21. Absolutely popped at the line of scrimmage. Ball comes out. And that's going to be a turnover. Gives it right back to Carthage as they take over at the 35-yard line in North Forest territory. Kason Davis fires this one over the middle. One of D. Bowens. Ball's incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. Minute 17 to go. Fans are stretching on the sidelines, warming up. Temperatures in the upper 50s here as halftime approaches. With that wind, it's got to feel a little bit colder outside. That wind has been steady all evening, not stopping once. This is Davis. Here comes the blitz from North Forest. Davis had a wide open D. Bowens. Just kind of threw it, placed it high and over his head. Ball's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
From the 35-yard line.
Minute 12 on the clock. 3rd down and 10. Carthage up 27-0. You're watching it all on Texan Live. Stay with us. Davis under pressure. That's probably going to be grounding here. No penalty for grounding. Didn't look like he was outside of the tackle box. But North Forest has found them a little matchup up front here that they're exploiting, as they are just absolutely bringing the pressure.
He rolled a sack fumble, backwards pass, out of bounds. 4th down.
The ball was thrown out of bounds. It was a backwards lateral. Oh, movement. Free play here. Davis airs it out to the left side. Pass is broken up.
Makes the pass to kid for number 7. Wayman Ingram there to flag on the play though.
Jaron Jones with a breakup. Flag down on the field. That's going to be offsides defense. And that'll go against North Forest. So North Forest, with the wind at their back, has found a source of energy. Bringing a lot of blitz packages here. Protecting deep, rushing everybody else up front. Here it comes again. And they keep getting across that line of scrimmage. boxes right next door to the coaches' boxes, and I can tell you these North Forest coaches are not happy with what they see out of this defense right now. So it's 4th and long. Trips wide formation, shotgun. Kason Davis with Keontae Ingram to his left. North Forest playing 4 deep in the secondary. Kason Davis just going to pooch kick this one down inside the 20 on 4th and long. It'll be North Forest ball at the 19-yard line. 11.4 seconds on the clock. We're going to stay right here in the ball game. Carthage on top, 27-0. Here comes North Forest. Under center is going to be Rashawn Jones, playing by Antonio Davis. They're just going to take a knee here to run the clock out in the first half. Stick around. Carthage on top, 27-0. But we'll be back to wrap up the first half in just a moment. You're watching it all on Texan Live. Thanks for sticking around at halftime. Carthage Bulldogs on top of the North Forest Bulldogs, 27-0. As we get set for the second half, we're going to take a quick break. Stick around. You'll watch it all unfold here on Texan Live. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. Carthage set to kick this one off to North Forest. North Forest really going to have to push the tempo here, as they have an opportunity after deferring the opening kickoff. North Forest not been able to move the ball at will tonight in any manner, actually. Absolutely not.
Brandon will be kicking off a Carthage to the north end of the field. Back deep to receive.
Wind still howling here.
Davis,
On the kick. Once again, it's Brandon Medrano. He's going to have the wind carrying him this time. Should be able to kick this one deep. Back deep is Antonio Davis and Damon Wiggins. And this is Wiggins. Takes this out from around the 15-yard line. Has a chance to break this off the right side. Crosses the 50. He's got a man in pursuit. Taken down on the far side of the field at the 33-yard line. Shot in the arm here as it's Cameron Matlock defensively for Carthage. What a great return there for Damon Wiggins. Might be just the spark that North Forest is going to need here in the second half if they want to crawl back into this ball game. Excellent field position to start this drive, as it's 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Rashawn Jones with Antonio Smith. Hands this off to Antonio Smith. Antonio Smith lowers his shoulder, takes it out for a gain of 1. Not much room to work with.
And out to number 11.
Carthage Bulldog defense once again applying the pressure. Finishing an awkward Carthage was Cameron Matlock. and 10 from the 20, check that, from the 17-yard line. Rashawn Jones, shotgun formation. Wiggins on a jet sweep coming around the right side. Wiggins works his way out for a gain of 4 off the right side.
Toss to number 21, Damon Wiggins.
So Damon Wiggins
Down number 25.
working as the catalyst here for the North Forest Bulldogs.
Gain of 3 brings up second down.
After the great return, he's able to do some damage on his feet from that jet sweep. Once again, Wiggins in motion. Rashawn Jones is going to keep this, works his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Jones on the keeper, tackled by number 4, Mason Graham.
Mason Graham on the stop for the Carthage offense. Brings up 3rd and 2. This is where Carthage started slipping last week against Silsbee. It was in that 3rd quarter. Let them come out just like this and punch them in the mouth and climb their way back into the ball game. Could be set up for the very same scenario here, as this is Antonio Smith working his way out. Here, the yardage marker.
First down.
And that's going to be a first down situation for North Forest. Brings up 1st and goal from the 7. Rashawn Jones, shotgun on the keeper, takes this one up the middle. Not much room to work, as it's Jace Dixon with the Carthage stop.
6, Jace Dixon. No gain.
9 minutes, 53 seconds on a moving clock. Carthage on top, 27-0. North Forest finally showing some signs of life here as the second half is underway. Rashawn Jones, shotgun formation. Antonio Smith in the back, and he throws this one intended for Demont Demas. And he throws it low and behind him. It's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 3rd and goal. Shotgun formation. Wiggins in motion. Jones on the keeper. Nowhere to go off the left side. Once again, it's the corner. Mason Graham on the stop.
4th and goal.
Brings up 4th and goal from the 9. And we'll see what North Forest intends to do here. It looks like they're going to bring on the kicker. Trying to take the points. In good field position to do so. Salvador Fuentes on to kick for North Forest. Snap, hold, flag down on the play, whistles it dead.
Salvador Fuentes with the 26-yard field goal attempt.
And it looks like that's going to be movement before the snap. False start offense. So Jordan West with the early movement. Fuentes is going to get backed up from a 26-yarder to a 31-yarder. It looks like Fuentes is going to head to the sidelines here. So Coach Mike Farrell opted not to kick it this time. And they're just going to go for it. Play 4 down football. It's a long way to go. 14 yards. Jones airing this out. Pass complete. They're saying he never had control. Because that pass was intended for DeJarick Anderson. Ball's incomplete. Turnover on downs. First and 10 from the 14. Carthage is going to start this from their own 14. 8:29 to go. Nonetheless, it's Kason Davis back on the field under center. And Keontae Ingram, the running back, takes this out of the backfield off the right side. Gains nearly 2 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Caleb Bledsoe. Gain of 2 brings up 2nd down and 8.
Caleb Bledsoe, the 6'3", 225-pound senior linebacker, able to force Keontae Ingram out of bounds on that last play. Brings up 2nd and 8. North Forest Bulldog defense was able to get some mismatches there. A lot of pressure on the last couple series at the end of the first half, and under pressure on the blind side. Getting him down in the backfield. It's Caleb Bledsoe once again brings down Kason Davis for the sack, and the loss on the play is going to be pretty substantial as they take this down to the 7-yard line. So defensive coordinator Clifton Farrell has found some pairings that he likes here, some matchups that he likes, and he's exploiting them, bringing the house on almost every play. I'm assuming this North Forest defense is going to be blitzing here. So they've got a good position to bring this in to a fourth and a really long situation. Davis rolling out to his left on third down. Can't find a man open, so he's just going to take this off the left side where it's Rufus Wade who meets him on the far side of the field, takes him out of bounds.
Taken out of bounds by number 8, Rufus Wade.
And that's going to bring up 4th and 11 from the 13-yard line for Carthage. Clock stops with 7 minutes and 32 seconds. And for the first time tonight, Carthage is going to punt this one away. Back deep is Damon Wiggins. There's the punt. It's kind of on a laser beam. Wiggins mishandles the ball. He does recover it. And Mason Grant brings him down. No chance at a return there. So North Forest will take over at their own 38 to start this drive. They got 7 minutes and 21 seconds to work here in the third quarter.
Bulldogs will have a first down and 10 from their own 38-yard line.
Well, fans, there's 7 games tomorrow to wrap up the second round of coverage on Texan Live. An afternoon doubleheader at NRG beginning at noon with Pearland and Atascocita meeting. Then Kingwood and Clearbrook cap it off. At Tully, Cinco Ranch faces Langham Creek, and at TDECU Stadium, Manville faces New Caney. All that and more at Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. First and 10, Jones. Looks like a little read option play. He's going to keep it and take this out for a gain of what looks to be 8 off the right side.
13, Rashad Jones on the keeper. Tackled by number 14, Cameron Matlock.
Cameron Matlock, the senior free safety, able to bring him down. Looks like Rashawn Jones might be heating up now here in the third quarter. It's going to be a loss of 1 on the play here. Antonio Davis not able to do anything. This is Matlock once again defensively for Carthage.
Whataburger is a proud supporter of UKIC. How do you order your Whataburger?
Rashawn Jones, read option, hands this first, pitches this out to Antonio Davis. Nowhere to go as this Carthage defense is there to cover him up. Bring him down for a loss, brings up 4th and what looks to be 6. They'll end up punting this one away. Devon Demas on the kick. Makai Colbert, who returned one in the first quarter here tonight, back to receive the punt. Demas kicking into the wind. He's going to have to get a lot of leg under this as that ball's going to die out like it's been all night. Colbert is able to take this bouncing ball off the turf, picks it up inside the 30, and is able to work his way down to the 45-yard line.
Makai Colbert taken out of bounds by number
Colbert having a great night tonight here on special teams, putting his team in perfect field position.
We do more than just repair his knee.
On first and 10,
His passion.
Kason Davis under center. He's got Brewster Griffith and Keontae Ingram in the backfield. And that play's whistled dead before it ever even had a chance to begin. false start offense. 5-yard penalty brings up 1st and 15. 5 minutes, 21 seconds remaining in the third quarter. So Carthage will start this drive from the 40 instead of the 30, instead of the 45. And on first down, hands this off to Keontae Ingram. And Ingram works his way out for a gain of 4 off the right side.
Gain of 4, second down and 11.
That brings up 2nd and 11. Minutes on a moving clock. Winds seem to have kind of shifted here as they were blowing north-northwest 10 miles an hour. They've kind of shifted off back to the east. And here's Keontae Ingram off to the races down the right side. Can he stay in bounds and punch this into the end zone? Touchdown! Keontae Ingram for the Carthage Bulldogs. Takes this one for 56 yards and a score. Just another nail in the coffin here. The extra point attempt is up and good through the uprights. 33-0, Carthage Bulldogs on top of North Forest. Stick around. 4 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the third quarter. You're watching it all unfold on Texan Live. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back. 34-0 ball game. 4 minutes, 38 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. And it's the Carthage Bulldogs all over the North Forest Bulldogs. It's going to be Damon Wiggins and Antonio Davis back deep. Taking the kick for Brandon Medrano. Thanks for joining us here at Texan Drive Stadium, Border, Texas. Medrano with the kick. It's a booming kick. Antonio Davis picks this up at the 5-yard line, works his way towards the right hash, then cuts back. Got bit by the turf monster as he slips and falls.
Antonio Davis.
Stopped there by Callahan and Baldry.
Lewis flags on the play.
Flag down at the end of the play. Block in the back, being called here against North Forest. It's a terrible field position. As it's 1st and 10 from the 4. North Forest just absolutely getting slaughtered here tonight. Down 34-0 against the Carthage Bulldogs. Carthage, I guess they got enough sleep on the 3-hour trip down. Defensive line shifts over on first down. Hand off to Antonio Davis. Davis, no room to work as he's met at the line of scrimmage by a number of Carthage defenders. Looked to be led by McKill Gates on the stop. Might have gained about 6 inches on that play. Brings up 2nd and long. 2nd nearly 10. 4 minutes, 5 seconds on a moving clock here in the third quarter. Pass completed off the right side to Wiggins. Wiggins able to work his way down near the 25 where he's forced out of bounds at the 24-yard lines. That'll move the chains. And North Forest once again pushing tempo. They don't have enough time on the clock here to do anything but stay on schedule, stay pushing the tempo. They're going to have to go sugar huddle. Here comes that little read option again as Jones keeps this. Works his way out for a gain of 2 on the play. looks to be Montario Wilson on the stop for the Carthage Bulldogs. Brings up second down.
Tackle by number 29, Montario Wilson.
High school playoffs. Jones on the carry, going to be brought down for a loss of 2. Taking back to the original line of scrimmage. Oh, defensively, it's Jose to Julian for Carthage. Brings up 3rd and 10. 2 minutes, 52 seconds, and a moving clock in the third quarter. Down by 34. North Forest has no time to spare in this ball game. And a throw here picked off Rashawn Jones. That's going to be a Carthage touchdown. Nick Moore on the interception, pick 6. And Carthage just put the final nail in the coffin.
Pick 6, touchdown.
The extra point attempt is good. 2 minutes, 37 seconds remains in the third quarter. Carthage on top, 41-0. Welcome back once again. Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. 2 minutes, 37 seconds remains in the third quarter, and Carthage has probably put North Forest to bed for the night and what will be the season, as Carthage leads this one 41-0. Carthage usually having to lean on Keontae Ingram. He hasn't had to do too much here tonight, as they've really came up big in special teams and defensively. Antonio Davis takes this ball from near the goal line out towards the 25-yard line to put North Forest in good field position to start this drive in the third quarter.
Cole Whitlock. First down and 10 for the 25. 5A local scores. Cedar Park leads Bryan 28-14. Frosty trails Marshall 35-21, and BMG over Willow Ridge 28-14.
I'm going to see if I can get you some Manville-Henderson scores, as the winner of this game, which looks to be Carthage, will be taking on the winner of that one. On first down, it's Antonio Davis ripping this one right up the middle for a gain of 7 on the play.
Handoff to number 11, Antonio Davis on the tackle. Number 41, Greg Hurst.
Greg Hurst on the stop. Antonio Davis takes the handoff once again. Picks up 4 on the carry.
Davis, who breaks the tackle.
Cameron Matlock on the stop.
On the tackle,
that will move the chains. First down, North Forest.
Bulldogs, first down.
36-yard line. Minute 48, moving clock. Henderson out in front of El Campo, 29-15 in the fourth quarter. Plays whistle dead. It's going to be a ball start offense. That'll go against North Forest. Brings up first and 15.
Ball start results in a first down at 15.
Rashawn Jones has Wiggins in motion. Hands this off to Wiggins. Wiggins works his way up the right side. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up a yard at the end of the run with that little extra effort. Gain 6 on the play. Brings up second and 9. Might have been Chase Dixon defensively.
They got 29, Montario Wilson.
Jones on the keeper up the left side. Takes us out for a gain of 5 on the play.
Number 6, Jake Dixon.
Just under a minute to go. 48 seconds in the running clock.
3rd down and 5.
Have time for one more snap here in the third quarter. Jones and Davis in the backfield. Jones with a near interception. Wanted Wiggins, but Mikael Gates was there to break it up.
Broken up by number 25, Mikael Gates.
Stops the clock with 30 seconds left in the third quarter.
For the North Forest Bulldogs.
Brings up 4th down, 4th and 5. Going back to punt is Demond Demas. Back to receive the punt is Makai Colbert for this Carthage offense, or Carthage return team. Demas gets the kickoff. Oh, Colbert fumbles up the end, fumbles the recovery. Wiggins is there to recover for North Forest. Not
number 5, Makai Colbert.
Montel Perkins, correction,
By number 27.
on the recovery. And North Forest is going to have a second chance here. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Got an injury on the field. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick around. This is Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. Montel Perkins was there with the heads-up play for North Forest and recovers it at the 23-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 in Carthage territory for North Forest. Rashawn Jones and Antonio Davis need to go to work here. 21 set, 2 wideouts wide to the right. Antonio Davis has no room off the left edge.
Hand off to number 11, Antonio Davis.
Defensively, it was Jace Dixon. The fullback, Thomas Kilby, who's an absolute bulldozer. I mean, he stands at 5'10". He's got an extremely low center of gravity. He's built like a lineman, but stands like a running back. 5'10", 230 pounds. Just absolutely missed his block there. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. Carthage Bulldogs on top, 41-0 over North Forest. We'll be back in just a moment for the start of the fourth. Stick around. You're watching it all here on Texan Live. Welcome back. Texan Live, 41-0 ball game. Carthage on top of North Forest as the fourth quarter gets underway. This is Antonio Davis on the carry.
Pitch number 11, Antonio Davis brought down by number 4, Mason Graham for a
Mason
loss.
Graham, the strong safety coming up in the box.
3rd down and 14.
Dropping him for a loss of 4. Barring one of the most amazing comebacks in history, it looks like Carthage is going to take this one. North Forest definitely. Is this Rashawn Jones drops back to pass?
Jones
Not quite sure who he was throwing it to,
intercepted in the end zone,
as it looks like he threw it directly at Elijah King.
Flag on the play.
But there's a flag down on the play. And Rashawn Jones just absolutely threw this into coverage. Takes a little 3-step drop. Doesn't even bother looking off the safety or corner. Well, hands to the face is the penalty on the play. That's going to be an automatic first down here for North Forest. The ball's going to be spotted deep in Carthage territory. As it's going to be 1st and 10, 14. So North Forest catches a break. Maybe Rashawn Jones just saw the penalty as it happened and wanted to throw this up there. Hands this off to Antonio Davis on 1st down. Maybe gains a yard and a half on the play. Jones from the shotgun. Read option. Hands. Pitches this off to Antonio Davis. Antonio Davis finds the end zone. Touchdown, North Forest Bulldogs. So North Forest, after 41 unanswered points, finally gets to find the end zone here and save a little face before heading to the exits in about just under 11 minutes. Snap, hold, no good, kick is blocked. On the return and on the move for Carthage. Looks to be number 50, Austin Russell, the senior, running out of gas at the 5-yard line where Wiggins was able to hunt him down. So no 2 points. No 2 points for Carthage. But heads up, play there by Austin Russell. 10 minutes, 46 seconds remains in the ball game. North Forest trying to climb their way back into this one. Welcome back, Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. 41-6 ball game. Carthage on top of North Forest. Bulldogs versus Bulldogs. And it seems to be the story here that the Carthage Bulldogs have a little bit more bite than the bark of North Forest. That wind pounding out of the north-northwest again, knocking that ball off the tee. I have to reset it here. Salvador Fuentes, the kicker for North Forest. A bouncing kick. He's going to go out of bounds around the 6-yard line. Flag's going to come down.
The ball we placed at the 30-yard line there. The Carthage Bulldogs will have it first down and 10.
So it'll be first and 10 for the Carthage Bulldogs. By rule, they're going to start this drive from the 30-yard line. Looks like we've got a new quarterback for the Carthage Bulldogs. It's going to be Jace Tiller under center. Couple new tailbacks. Tailback here's number 26. Tucker Smith. Smith on first down.
Number 26.
Able to work his way out for a gain of 7.
McCarty. Second down and 4. Hands up to number 26.
Once again, it's Tucker Smith.
But it's good for a Carthage first down.
That move to change for the Carthage Bulldogs. 9.5 minutes approaching on the clock. Clock is ticking. Jace Tiller working under center. Tucker Smith in the backfield. Smith gets the ball once again. Able to work his way out for a gain of 2 on the play.
And off once again, number 26, Tucker Smith.
This is Mark Smith on the stop.
Number 86.
For North Forest.
Booker. Second down and 9.
Chase Tiller, junior quarterback, could be the future leader of this Carthage offense. As Cason Davis is a senior. That's Tucker Smith taking us out off the left side, throwing his way down across the midfield, close to the 41. Check that 42-yard line.
By number 10.
That wind seems to be kicking up again as I'm getting all sorts of it into this headset. Moves the chains for Carthage. First and 10. North Forest 42-yard line. 8 minutes, 6 seconds on the clock. And counting down. 3 timeouts apiece. Carthage on top of North Forest 41-6. Once again, should not say once again. The ball carrier is now Devontae Dixon. Able to work his way out for a gain of what looks to be 4. Brings up second and 6. 7.5 minutes to go. Moving clock. Second down, 6 to go. With this one blown wide open, 41-6. Carthage going to work in a number of different backs here. Jay Stiller working from under center. The ball carrier here must be is Tristan O'Neill. Directional carries Cole Whitlock on carry. Number 43, Cole Whitlock. Brings up 3rd and 1. Third and 1, high formation. Screen pass off the left side. Intended effort. Keelan Shelton falls incomplete. Brings up 4th and short. 4th down, 1 to go for Carthage. 6:23 on the clock. That's where it stops. 41-6. Carthage on top of North Forest. Once again, the ball carrier being Cole Whitlock. And that moves the chains for Carthage. Forced out of bounds. Stops the clock with 6:16 left in the ball game. Jace Tiller breaks the huddle. High formation. Single wide outs on each side. Hands this one off to Tucker Smith. Smith met at the line of scrimmage off the right side. There for the stop is Mark Smith for North Forest. Brings up 2nd and 10. Clock winding down, 5 minutes, 20 seconds, and ticking. 41-6 ball game.
49-15, and West Yard start 41-14.
Screen pass off the right side, completed to Keelan Shelton. Shelton, not much room to work, but gains 4 on the play. For North Forest, it's Evan Tyson leading the way. Senior quarterback or senior cornerback getting some reps. Henderson still on top of El Campo, 29-15. Doesn't give me a time on here, so I'm not sure. Yep, that's final. 29-15. So looks like the next round will be Carthage Bulldogs taking on Henderson in the Class 4A Division I Region 3 semifinal. Tucker Smith rips this up the middle, takes it out for a gain of nearly 5 on the play, brings up 4th and short for Carthage. Clock approaching 4 minutes. Carthage just wanting to take their time, eat this clock up and seal up this W. Get out of here, get back on the bus and get on home. It's been a team victory, a great team effort all the way around for Carthage. Here on 4th and short is quarterback sneak as Jace Tiller takes this up the middle. Works his way down towards the 12-yard line.
Keeper number 10, Jace Tiller.
And that's going to move the chains here. 3:20 on the clock and moving.
On the tackle, number 54, Michael Mays.
We appreciate you folks joining in on the broadcast here on Texan Live. Stick around as there's 7 more games tomorrow to wrap up the second round coverage on Texan Live. An afternoon doubleheader at NRG beginning at noon with Pearland and Atascocita meeting. Then Kingwood and Clearbrook cap it off. At Tully, Cinco Ranch faces Lingham Creek, and at TDECU Stadium, Manville faces New Caney. All that and more at Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. On second down, looks to be a gain of 5 on the play, but there's an injury at the end of the play. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a moment. Stick around. Texan Live, your new home for high school sports. Welcome back, Texan Live. 41-6 ball game. Carthage Bulldogs on top of the North Forest Bulldogs of Houston.
Join us Wednesday night at 6:30 for encounter our new student center.
First bit of a cool night of fall weather that I've been able to experience all year long. Finally feels like football weather as the playoffs are in full effect here. This being the second round.
As a reminder, football fans,
Carthage is going to be taking on Henderson in the next round. Henderson better be prepared as Carthage. It was an excellent ground game. Not sure the stats. I don't have the stats with me here, but they've been able to effectively move the ball. And here on second down, it's Chad West taking this up the middle and works his way down towards the 4-yard line. Brings up 3rd and short.
And our final update, 6A.
Minute 47 on the clock and moving.
Trails by Thomas, 34-27.
Couple of turnovers have been the key for Carthage. The ability to move the ball on the ground. Saddle up to Keontae Ingram and let him run it in the end zone. On 3rd and short, look to beat Chad West on the carry. Fumbles on the play. North Forest able to recover. Minute 21. See if they can get one more score before their season comes to a close. As it is win or go home here in the second round, here in the playoffs. We do thank everybody for joining us here on Texan Live. know the wind has been a little bit of a nuisance. We've done all we can to eliminate the noise. However, with the microphone position that it has to be in, the direction of this wind, there's really no way around it here tonight. Rashawn Jones, Antonio Davis behind him. Shotgun formation, hands this one off to Davis. Correction, Wiggins. No, correction again.
Out to number 28, Lewis.
Michael Lewis, the ball carrier.
23, Terrence Lewis.
Senior running back, 5'8", 150 pounds. Coach probably let him get in here, take a few reps. This could very well be his last game of football. Rashawn Jones, shotgun formation. Hands this off to Wiggins. Wiggins on the jet sweep up the left side. Nowhere to go. All sorts of coverage there. Pressured by the Carthage defense. Might have been Brewster Griffith leading the way for Carthage on that stop. Griffith playing fullback and middle linebacker. Rashawn Jones telling his tailback Michael Lewis what the play is. In motion, Wiggins on the jet sweep. Able to take this out for 2. That should end the game as the clock runs down. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. The Carthage Bulldogs are going to move on to the next round. They're going to take this with a final score of 41-6. These teams are going to meet in the middle. We're just going to quickly wrap this up. The story tonight here from Texan Drive Stadium. This Carthage offense just able to do what they've done all year. The ground and pound as Keontae Ingram was efficient. Didn't have his best game, or what I would say is his best game, but he was able to move the ball. Very fluid out of the backfield. Punches them in early. You know, scores with about 6 minutes off the clock in the first quarter, and they never looked back from there. As Carthage played a really well-balanced game from start to finish. Team effort, special teams, able to return one for a touchdown. You've got, excuse me. You had a interception return for a touchdown. Able to pass in. Ingram with a nice 56-yard carry. Kason Davis really spreading the ball. Efficient enough. Didn't have to do too much through the air. And Carthage is going to get back out of here and get back on the road and go home on to the third round of the playoffs, where they're going to face Henderson. And they're going to have a I guess their standing is going to be 9-2 on the season thus far. It's going to be over for North Forest. We appreciate you guys joining us. Hope you enjoyed it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stick around tomorrow. Texan Live, your new home for high school sports.